Hey there! Today I'm gonna show you how you can run split test campaigns on your WordPress blog totally pain-free, but at the same time 100% accurately. Okay, we're gonna use a cool WordPress plugin called the Split Test WordPress plugin that's gonna make the whole thing much easier. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, I've created a test WordPress blog, alright? And moreover, if I scroll down, you will see a test post where I am going to test this plugin, alright? So, as you can see in this specific test post, there is just the headline, the message body, and an add to cart button that I've uploaded down here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to split test the price on the add to cart button, okay? So in order to do so, I go into my WordPress admin dashboard and I select, or I go into the split testing section, which is what will appear on your WordPress administration dashboard once you activate the plugin, right? So here you can create a new campaign, let's call it price campaign, okay? And the plugin allows you to configure your split test campaign as per two different parameters, so to speak. You can either rotate two different sets of codes within the same post or page, or alternatively, you can simply rotate two different posts or pages all together. I'm gonna explain both of them separately. All right, let's say that for this first campaign, I'm going to simply embed two different versions of the same code into one single post. Okay, I can, I can create different versions of this specific code. I'm just gonna go for two, okay, just to make it easier. And here, as you can see, the plugin inserts or allows me to fill out two different variations of the same code. Okay, so I'm going to split test two price settings. Let's say I'm gonna split test, I don't know, let's say $77 versus $97. I just want to figure out which of the two price points is actually more beneficial for my business. Alright, now I'm gonna set both of them to rotate at a 50% each, alright, meaning that they are both going to be rotating equally. Obviously, you could also set this one, for example, to 75 and this one down here to 25, but again, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to set them both to rotate equally. Alright, and here I am to insert, okay, the two different variations, right? So I go back into my post. This is the bit, this the portion of the post that's going to be rotating. Okay, so let's get started. The first version, which if you remember was to display a $77 price point. All right, there it is. Let me just center that. Font family, let's make it in bold. Let's make it bigger, and also in, I don't know, let's say red font, right there. And now, I'm going to insert an image for my add to cart button. There we go. So far, we have price $77 and the add to cart button. Obviously, I need to insert the link, all right, to my payment checkout page, but for the purpose of this video, let's just say that it's google.com. okay, obviously there I would need to insert, I don't know, the link to my PayPal account or to my ClickBank or to whatever payment processor you are using, but again, for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna assume that it's google.com. Alright, and now I'm going to do exactly the same thing here, but I'm gonna price it at $97. Alright, again, let me center that. Font family in bold letters. I'm gonna make that big, and just as before, I'm going to color it in red. Okay, and pretty much the same thing for the button. All right, there it goes. And now I'm going to insert a link on that button, which for this second version, I'm going to redirect it to, let's say, yahoo.com. There we go. So right now we have two versions ready, one at $77 and the other one at $97. So I click on the save button, and there's my first split test campaign. Okay, price $77, price $97, both of them rotating at 50%, and obviously none of them have had yet any unique views or any unique goals because they are not yet active. Now I have to insert the code into the post. Alright, so I simply click on this icon here, and the theme gives me two sets of code. This is the set of code, the code token that I am to insert in my post, and in this is the code, the token that I am to insert in my thank you page. So the built-in tracking system actually tracks whenever I score a sale. Well, the tracking system will be able to monitor which version of the split test campaign has actually generated that specific sale. Alright? So I get this code, I copy it, now I go into my post. Obviously I need to delete that. There it goes. Alright? And here is where I paste the code that the split test campaign has just given me. Alright, so I update my post, and we are ready. Okay, now if I go into my original post and I click on refresh, take a look. Alright, that's done. And there it is. As you can see now, the first version, the first rotation of the split test campaign that I've just configured at the configuration dashboard is displayed, right? Meaning the $77 price point. And obviously, the link on the Add to Cart button is google.com, all right? So, as you can see, the tracking system has already registered one unique view for the $77 price point. Okay, that was obviously me, as soon as I refreshed my internet browser. Now, the beauty of the split test WordPress plugin is that it has a smart cookie system that remembers which version has been displayed to each individual visitor. That means that if I refresh my internet browser again, I will still see $77, alright? I will still see the same variation, the same rotation that I saw on my first visit. And that's been coded in such a way so it doesn't confuse your visitors by displaying a whole different bunch of different rotations, getting them all confused, right? So no matter if I refresh my internet browser now, or if I come back to this specific website in 1 week time, I will always be displayed the same price rotation, alright? Meaning $77. So let me prove it to you. I'm gonna refresh my internet browser, and there it is. I still see the $77 price point. If I refresh yet again, I still see the same price point. Okay, so again, the plugin will remember which version has displayed for me in the past, and it will keep on displaying the same version every time I revisit this page or post. Okay, now if I go into the tracking system and I refresh it once again, check this out. See, the tracking system still registers one single unique visitor, meaning me. No matter how many times I refresh my internet browser, it will not take me as a new visitor altogether. Now, here's another cool feature of this plugin. You can conduct multiple split testing campaigns simultaneously. Alright? So let's imagine that I want to verify whether my visitors respond better to either a text message or perhaps to a video-based message. Okay, so I want to split test a the typical text message, or alternatively a video browser, a video player in there. Okay, so no problem at all. I can conduct, like I said before, multiple split test campaigns simultaneously. So I go back into the split test dashboard. That's my campaign number 1 that I set up a few seconds ago. Now I'm going to create another simultaneous split test campaign, which I am going to call video versus text. I'm also going to set it up to run by code. I'm also going to create 2 different versions. This one is going to be the video version, also at 50%, and this one is going to be the text version also at 50%. So for the text version, I would simply, I don't want to overstretch this video too long, so I'm gonna leave it at that, but basically I would simply copy all this text message here, and I would go into the text version and I would simply paste it here, and for my video version I would simply click on the media file, alright, on the media icon here, and I would insert a video, alright. I would save this campaign, actually let me save the campaign altogether, and like I said before, I will have to get the code for this specific campaign. There it is. So I copy this token, I go into the post and I remove all this text message. I will paste the split test campaign number 3, the one that I've just created, and I simply upload or update my post. Okay, so as per this split test campaign, the standard text and the video player will be rotated, and as per this split test campaign here, the $77 and the $97 add to cart buttons will be rotated, and that's how you can you can speed up the process optimizing your website by running multiple split testing campaigns simultaneously. Okay? Anyway, let me now show you how you can create this split test campaign by rotating different posts and pages all together instead of rotating a set of code within the same post or within the same page. Alright, in order to do so, I'm going to create yet another split test campaign. Let's call it, I don't know, squeeze page. Alright, and I'm going to rotate 2 different types of squeeze page. Alright, before that, I have to have created 2 different posts or pages, alright, which are the ones that are going to be rotated. So, before that, I'm going to create 2 new pages, right? So, I click on Add New, and this is going to be my squeeze page number 1. I'm gonna leave it empty, okay? This is just a test, and I'm gonna click on Publish. And now I'm going to create a new page, right? And this is going to be, you guessed it, squeeze page number 2. And again, I'm just, just to make the video short, this is just a test. I'm just gonna insert any dummy text on these specific pages. So now, if I go into all my pages, you see that I have my squeeze page number 1 and my squeeze page number 2. Again, this could also work regardless of whether you create pages or posts. Alright, so now I go back into my here it is. I will probably have to refresh my browser. Sorry about that. Let me just refresh the browser. There we go. So, like I was saying before, I'm going to call this split test campaign squeeze page, and I'm gonna set it to rotate different posts or pages that I have already created. Okay, now I'm going to leave this section. I'm gonna explain this section in a second. Let me just type in here welcome, and in a second you are gonna see why. Okay, by the way, this is the URL short code, but you're gonna see in a second how this works. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to rotate just 2 different versions, just 2 different posts or pages. So the first one is going to be squeeze page 1. It's going to I'm gonna drive 50% of my traffic, and here the plugin displays all the posts and pages that I've already created. Okay, here's the typical hello world page or post, different posts that I've created before, and here are the 2 pages that I've just created a few seconds ago. Alright, so for the first 50% of my traffic, I mean to divert my traffic to this squeeze page number 1 page, and for the other 50%, okay, I'm gonna divert it to page called squeeze page number 2. Alright, and now obviously as usual I would simply have to click on the save split test button. So how does this work? Well, this is, as I was saying before, the URL shortcode. So every time now I drive my traffic to www.mydomain.com/welcome, 50% of my traffic is going to land on squeeze page number 1, and 50% of my traffic, the other 50% obviously, is going to land on squeeze page number 2. Now let me save that. And there it is, the new campaign rotating my squeeze pages. Again, squeeze page number 1, squeeze page number 2, both of them at 50-50. Again, you can run as many split test campaigns as you wish simultaneously. For example, I could also be running simultaneously another split test campaign for my sales page. Okay, so just as before, I would configure the split test campaign to rotate 2 different posts or pages. Okay, the short URL could be like, for example, sales. All right, so every time I drive my traffic to www.mydomain.com/sales, well, I would rotate 2 different, or I would divert my traffic to 2 different sales pages. Obviously, I would have to create my sales pages in advance, so those posts or pages would appear here on this menu here. Alright, and then I would click as usual on the save button, and so on and so forth. And eventually, as I start driving traffic into my different posts and pages, all these figures would start populating with data, okay, both for the unique views, for the unique goals, for the conversion ratio, and eventually I would get to figure out whether I'm scoring more sales by pricing my product at either $77 or $97, or whether my traffic, my visitors are converting better if I display either a video or a text, or whether my subscribers are joining my mailing list at a higher ratio, depending on whether I send them to my squeeze page number 1 or to my squeeze page number 2, etc., etc. I would get all that intelligence, all that data here at the analytics dashboard as I start driving traffic to my blog. Alright, so as you can see, it's super easy to optimize your blog to perfection by using the split test WordPress plugin. Okay, now if you want to get your own copy of this plugin, you can find the link right under this video, and you will be given both the WordPress plugin plus another version of this same plugin that you can use on standard HTML sites. You know, you can use this plugin both on a WordPress platform and on a standard HTML site. Okay, and moreover, you will be given obviously PDF documents, giving you all the information you need to know as far as configuring, setting up, and using the split test WordPress plugin. Alright, so fantastic tool to run easy and accurate split test campaigns both on your WordPress blog and on your standard HTML sites. Again, the link is under this video. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers.